The only thing that stops people from succeeding or stops people from getting where they want to be is themselves. People see a lot of things on social media and they think that other people are doing better than them, but they don't understand that they might have been in the same industry for 20 years, you know? Like, you just need to start a business now and learn and stay consistent for a long period of time and you'll generate wealth. You're full of excuses and saying that you're too busy and you've got too much going on and all this sort of stuff, but you're wasting 3 days on the couch, man, then you need a reality check, eh? Because nobody's going to come and save you. You can dream it, you can see it, you can achieve it, but you just have to be consistent. Yeah. And you have to turn up every single day. And people that don't will judge you and complain of why they haven't got what you have, but they don't see the hard work behind the closed doors.
To work the day away, I figured I could maybe pave a way. No, it's niggas that count the days till I fade away. But you know I always find my way to turn a bad look in the field to something solid. I'm on target for a major play. Used to waste the day away. She hit me to say I'm on her mind, but my commitment to the game got me OT till I OD and then I fade away. Lately I've been giving down tones and meeting milestones. No way I'm giving all of me. She settled for a left hand with a gym over a piece of me. My mind's always as clear when she done climbing on the top of me. Really by the code, needs you to keep the same energy. I've been this in my sleep, bitch, I got your off muscle memory. Self-love gone missing, I'm right back to claims of needing you. I give you that attention that you craving, got you refueled. For real, I hope you find some sort of peace and all that meditating. I've been looking for mine inside the blood, I'm self-medicated. Bad little vibe, ride or die, she on standby. 30 from 30, I'm not missing if I'm shooting mine. All I ever did was take the risk and learn in real time. How you think I'm up right now, been living on this type of time. All I ever did was take the risk and learn in real time. How you think I'm up right now, been living on this type of time. All I ever did was take the risk and learn in real time. I'll play it later, yeah? The world outside's on fire, niggas dying and the rent is due. When the babies learn to cock and fire back before they even get to live their truth. I think somebody God got me right, cause I don't really look like what I made it through. People from the past wonder how. Somebody tell the
Clayton.
There you go, mate.
Good, brother. I just want to take a couple of moments. You're a young guy and you're doing some freaking amazing stuff, man. Like, you own the gym that's put me into the best shape of my life. Thank you very much for that. And then you run a business. And what I'd like to talk about or discuss is ways that young people can go out there, they can give themselves permission to be able to take risk and go out and do something to be able to provide value, ultimately to be able to earn more income. I think people working like a 9-to-5 bullshit slave job, you can keep doing that for so long, and I think that should be like a transition to running your own race. But if people stay there, stuck there, I think they're going to be sheep in the matrix. Like, unfortunately, you've really like hit the ground running. We've been talking a little bit, but I guess just for everyone watching first, like, what are the businesses that you're involved in? What are you doing?
So starting from the very start, right, and we'll go straight back to the start, why I did start a business. But I did work in the mines from a young age, so I was stuck in the matrix, I suppose, and you were earning, I was earning good money, but I did invest in real estate from a young age, from 18 years old as well. So I do think that if people are going to work in a 9-to-5 job, they should be setting themselves up to buy not a home, but a house that somebody else rents to offset their income, so they get most of their tax back every year. That's just one sort of loophole if you are stuck in the matrix working. There is loopholes
100%.
to get all of your tax back, you know what I mean? But ideally, I think that people should start their businesses as soon as possible and as a side gig.
Yep.
Sometimes a 9-to-5 is good to be safe, but I do think that people should start any business, whether it's selling clothes online or selling sunglasses or something like that. I think that the main thing is just for people to just start.
Yeah.
And that goes for everything in life too. The only thing that stops people from succeeding or stops people from getting where they want to be is themselves. So they're the only they're in their own head, you know. Like when you walk into a gym, you said that I owned the gym before. It's named Fight Fit Academy, and is that not one of the most intimidating gym names that you can possibly name a gym? And I purposely have done it. And I had discussions with people prior to opening the gym, and they said it's going to scare people off.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I'm not trying to breed weak people.
Yeah.
Like if
It's what brought me in, actually, was the name of it.
if they can walk into that gym, then they can do anything they want.
Yeah.
You know, like the hardest thing is to get them in the door, and it opens them up to people like myself. And here we are now talking. But fast forward from the mines and stuff like that, then now I run a construction company called Absolute Sheds, and I manage over 50 contractors a week. Our turnover is huge.
I bet. What's the
but
pressure like?
The pressure's hectic, and it's demanding,
Yeah.
but it's rewarding also. And if there's one thing that I can reflect going back from businesses and to the construction industry, my first business was a supplement store where you sell $80 products. You're now in a business where you might sell an $800,000 contract. You know what I mean? So it's all sales and it's all relevant, but the only thing that's different is the zeros on the end of what you're doing, really. But yeah, I do a couple of developments as well. So at the moment we are building an industrial estate and turning 40 acres into 16 industrial blocks.
Yep.
And building factories on all of them. So that's also another part of my business. And I had this vision from a young kid when I was 18 years old that I always wanted to be exactly where I am right now. But
let's go.
It's just sort of if you can dream it and see it, you can achieve it. But you just have to be consistent.
Yeah.
And you have to turn up every single day. And people that don't will judge you and complain of why they haven't got what you have, but they don't see the hard work behind the closed doors.
Yeah. And what's your approach to hard work and stuff? Like I guess earlier we were saying, like in regards to the clothing example, there's no barrier to entry. It's so easy. Like anyone can jump online, they can spin up a Shopify store, they can connect that with a print on demand, and there's just like, it'll take them 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and they can be able to do that. Because it's so easy though, it's really hard to get back to a profit. Whereas you've gone and done something that's super high pressure and there's a huge barrier to entry and it's made it hard to be able to get in, but now you're saying like there's more and more zeros. When like evaluating for someone that's maybe stuck in that 9 to 5, you're actually probably quite in favor of starting that like really easy business, but how do you approach like having the mindset of doing the hard things first?
Yeah, I think that starting a business now is easier than ever. You could literally log into ChatGPT and say, I want to start a profitable clothes business, and it will walk you through the steps on how to start a business and how to open it all up. But it's all mindset. It like back to basics, it is all mindset. Get out of your own way, realistically. And Fight Fit Academy, when I built the gym, it was literally just to hold me accountable, make sure that I turn up every single day, you know. And I think that's all it is. It's just get out of your own way and just start anywhere, you know, like just do something.
And then, you know, by like...
And I'll touch on that also. The biggest problem that I think with the education system today, they educate people to, when they do exams in school, you're not meant to fail. Like, try and fail and try and fail and try and fail. And every time that you fail, you'll learn things along the way. So I think that, like, get out of that mindset. Like, you can have a go at something and you can suck at it, and you can have a go at it again and you can suck at it and you can have a go at it again, and it might work out. So I think that that's a main part of it as well.
Yeah, that's actually sort of the question I was going to ask, and that's like the Kaizen principle, continuous improvement, or like failing forward. And you're like 100% right with the school system. Like, you fail the test and it's the end of the world. But I almost feel like that school system, and just like that one aspect of it, is setting people up for failure, because in real life, like you're saying, we're not like born geniuses and we don't know how to do anything. We come into the world and we may be gifted physically or mentally or something, but we still need to learn those skills, and we're only going to learn that
by trying
getting smacked in the face or whatever, and getting back up and then being willing to dodge that punch and go again, go a little bit harder.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
What would be really interesting is like alongside all the businesses, you do a lot of trading as well. The crypto market, I think it's fucking degenerate, obviously on Bitcoin only, but you're pulling out huge amounts of money from the market, like on a very consistent basis. You've created bots and things that you're like testing. But when it comes to like trading and stuff, and it could be crypto, Bitcoin, Forex, or whatever, it's not something really to be able to just people like, I'm going to learn to trade and I'm going to get rich quick. It's like, no, I want to learn the skill of trade, and that could take 2, 3, 4 years or something. And then you're building like another professional skill. It's just not something, again, that's easy. But what's your experience been like in the markets, ups and downs? Bitcoin's at an all-time high today, and then what are you doing when you profit from the market? You putting that in the Fiat, are you saving that in Bitcoin, are you putting it back into your businesses?
So trading is a journey that I think that you will never stop learning, and it teaches you more about yourself than you'll ever learn from anywhere else. You know, it's you and you in that market, and that's it. The market doesn't give a fuck about your feelings or your money. It will take every single cent that you have if you give it to it. But I think you have to get comfortable with losing money, because you will lose money, and that's part of the whole journey. It's when you look at trading and how profitable traders are profitable, they all still lose money. But they just don't lose as much as they make. You know, so I think that you just have to. When I first started trading, I was probably doing larger amounts than what I was comfortable with losing. And if I was to start again, I'd just literally start with a $10 account. Right, I only want to lose $1 at a time. You know what I mean? And then once again, like I said before, you just add zeros onto it. So if you can be profitable with a $10 account, then you can be profitable with a $1 million account. But the ultimate goal for me is still real estate. So when I make profit with cryptocurrency or Bitcoin or whatever I'm trading with at the moment, or businesses, whatever, my end goal is bricks and mortar. So every time that I try to take profit from the market, it goes into bricks and mortar. And real estate passive income is ideally
what you're chasing.
That's what you're chasing. Bitcoin's just a.
If you've still got your Bitcoin on an exchange, or you're looking to take your Bitcoin security to the next level, I've partnered with the Bitcoin Way. They offer live help for setting up cold storage, running your own node, keeping your Bitcoin private, planning for the future, using multi-sig, and so much more. They never touch your keys. They will not touch your coins. Instead, they'll show you how to buy and keep them safe. If you want to make your Bitcoin setup safer, you can book a free 30-minute call and have a chat with them. Safedina Moose, the author of the Bitcoin Standard, Natalie Brunel, Preston Pish, and so many more recommend the professional IT cybersecurity team. Couple of outstanding things here. You can see they've been featured in Forbes, Bitcoin Magazine, Bitcoin Prague, Zero Hedge, Simply Bitcoin, the Bitcoin Safe Dean, the Bitcoin Standard podcast with Safedina Moose, Bitcoin News, obviously Gday Bitcoin for a long time. They're the world experts in helping people become self-sovereign. It's not just about protecting your Bitcoin stash. Yes, they will help you do that in a very easy to understand step-by-step process. But from there, they can help you secure your data. They are your personal cybersecurity IT experts. And then step number 3 is getting a second passport, a Plan B residency. The team, very cheap, very affordable for people that are looking to take their sovereignty to the next level. You can find out more about their services. When you first log in to their website as well, they have got a free 3-minute quiz to allow you to check if you are doing your cybersecurity, your setup correctly. I urge everyone to jump onto the bitcoinway.com. I have put a link into the description for everyone. Could not recommend them enough. I've used them personally before I ever partnered with them for the channel, friends and family. They asked me to help them out. I'm like, go to the world experts. That is the Bitcoin Way. So reach out to the Bitcoin Way today. Store of value.
I do agree with Bitcoin and the concept behind it all, but it's just a traffic to make money along the way and store it back into real estate. I still think bricks and mortar is the end goal. You want to generate passive income for doing nothing is the goal. And tax-free, which is what real estate offers.
It's got a lot of joys and stuff. You've obviously got like regulation risk. You know, like in Victoria, heaps of people went into Airbnb and they put the Airbnb tax in, or the land property tax and stuff. So I guess that's probably what would keep me away from real estate. Is like the cash flow and stuff's really good, but you can go in, we don't know what the RBA is going to do with rates or whatever, and then that manipulates the markets and like whatever, have a long time frame. But if the government comes in with some regulation, destroys that business model, and how you're dealing sort of with that risk or potential.
I think between real estate and Bitcoin, they both sort of have very similar characteristics. They both one, as inflation goes up, as they print more money, it makes the price of the asset go up. And one with Bitcoin, when they reduce the amount of Bitcoin that's made every year, it makes the price of Bitcoin go up. So it's still just supply and demand, realistically.
Yeah.
But I think that if anybody is to buy real estate out there right now, I don't think there's a bad time to buy real estate, but I think that if you do buy real estate, it has to pay for itself no matter what. So
yeah, in any market,
it has to pay for itself and or give you $50 a week, per house. But if it costs you money to keep it, then don't buy it.
Yeah, bad investment.
It's bad investment from the start. Yeah, I do think that tracking back as well, whether you buy real estate or Bitcoin, it doesn't matter. But what people need to start to do is they need to start looking 5-10 years in front of them. Like everybody wants to get rich right now.
That's right.
And it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
If you buy a house and you hold that asset for 1 year, probably not going to make any money. If you hold it for 10 or 20 years, you'll probably make something. And that's similar to Bitcoin as well. We obviously both know how Bitcoin works, and every 4 years that Bitcoin has a halving that cuts supply while demand stays the same or increases, and that causes price action to go up.
Yeah.
Right? I believe that in real estate, every sort of 10 to 15 years, a dramatic event happens in the world economics, and they print more money, which devalues the dollar and makes the price of the asset go up. So it's all long term, and I think that people see a lot of things on social media. They think that other people are doing better than them, but they don't understand that they might have been in the same industry for 20 years. You know, like you just need to start a business now and learn and stay consistent for a long period of time, and you'll generate wealth.
Yeah, 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe just to be able to drive your point home is, like everyone wants to get rich quick, which is like great if it happens, but for the majority of people they don't. So just like slow it down and have that 5 or 10 year plan, and then work back from there. Like where do I want to be in 5 years or 10 years, and then break that down into to yearly, monthly, weekly, and then like the daily habits that need to happen to be able to achieve it. And then you'll wake up in like 3 years or 5 years and be like, oh shit, it actually happened. It's pretty cool. Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, I do think that it's an accumulation of things, and if people do get rich quick, they won't keep it.
That's right.
So they didn't learn anything.
Yeah.
So they'll learn how to spend money and go broke real fast.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You know, I, like on that point, when I was younger and degenerate and selling and stuff on the side, the good stuff, like huge amounts of cash would come in, and then they'd just go out just as quick, because I didn't earn them, I didn't work for it, you know. It was just something
easy
that
come,
happened.
easy go.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and nothing to be able to show for it.
Yeah.
And no lessons, and that's fine. It was like a period or whatever, but to stay in that like fast, quick, easy money time frame, it's not how the real world works. It's what the media wants us to believe.
Yeah.
Just like slow it down, chill out. Actually, I'm going to chase real wealth, and I'm going to accumulate it by upskilling myself and stacking those skills. Yeah. Like you're saying, just start, fail forward, and then you can start to provide value to the market.
Yeah. I agree. Another question that I'll ask you is, why did you stop drinking alcohol? You haven't had alcohol for over 10 years. So
so it's been about 10 years, maybe 11. Apart from when my granddad died, at like half a shot glass as he was passed, and then once he died, my wife and I had half a shot glass of his homebrew, a nice limoncello, in celebration. But the reason I stopped drinking alcohol is it never really interests me. I'd rather smoke and blaze it up, and then that just turn into, a week bender into 3 week benders, 3 month benders and stuff. And it's just totally uncontrollable. And I think like if I had a drink now, I wouldn't just go out and hit up the local dealer and want to go full fucking degen, get out the blow. But like there's still that possibility, having that addiction. But I think it's more so like if I drink now, I'm not going to sleep well tonight. Yeah. And then I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm not going to be in the best mind frame to be able to execute. And it's really like between 8 and 11:30 each day where I've got like this period of deep work. And if I'm not in like peak performance at that stage, and that's why I go to the gym every single day, like I've wasted that whole entire day and I can't get today back ever.
Yeah.
And there's just so much going on, and there's so much capacity to be able to provide value, to get those dollars to be able to come in, to be able to stack sats. I don't want anything getting in the way of me being the best person that I can possibly be. And, you know, like, say I was to drink and then my wife and I had an argument or something, and then go out and then you make a stupid choice that could like fuck up the rest of your life. And there goes 50% of your net wealth straight away, and like the love of your life. Like, there's just so many things in the way that could fuck it up really quickly. And like I've done it all. Like I've had 100 years or 100 lifetimes worth of total degeneracy. And you don't drink either, I believe.
No, so I gave up alcohol 18 months ago, and it's exactly what you said. You lose control, and if you go out and you do something and, you know, you cheat on a partner or something like that, you'd never do it sober.
That's right.
And is it fair to do that? Like, no.
No.
And is it worth 13 seconds of fun to lose half of what you just created for the last 20 years?
Yeah, that's right.
But I always said to myself as an 18-year-old that I was going to quit drinking when I was around 30, because I knew. And I'm not saying that everybody needs to quit alcohol, but I'm saying that, like, if you're full of excuses and saying that you're too busy and you've got too much going on and all this sort of stuff, but you're wasting 3 days on a couch, man, then you need a reality check, eh? Because nobody's going to come and save you. Yeah. Except for yourself. And you know they gotta, you know, you got to make small sacrifices to make small wins, eh? And
100%.
I think that we're onto it, and other people will be onto it eventually, eh? But it is poison, and it's I think it's a trap. I think it just holds people down and prevents them from, you know, it's just the most unproductive thing that I've ever come across in my entire life. You know, if I got on the piss right now, I'd be out for 3 days.
Yeah,
you know,
me too.
You're done. And
well, I'd be out for fucking 3 months, man. I'd be partying.
Yeah, that's probably what I drink. Eh? I'd probably fucking go rogue again, but I've definitely drunk enough for a lifetime anyway. But I'm not saying don't go out there and have fun, but if it's not everybody wants to succeed, not everybody wants to generate wealth. Some people are happy staying in the matrix, and that's fine. You do that, you know, but it's not us. No,
fuck that, man. World Economic Forum will happily serve people up bug meat and CBDCs and stuff, and 100%. You know, UBI. It's, I don't know if that's life people want to live, but I'd rather be able to live a life where you can go out and fly on a Friday where everyone else is at work.
Go and sit on an island and get catered for, eh?
Yeah. Well, on that note, I think we probably
spoken enough.
Yeah, better get back to the aeroplane.
Yeah, sounds good, mate.
Sweet.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, brother. Thank you.